Imagine this. You've spent the last few years visualizing, writing in your journal, repeating affirmations, lighting candles, trying desperately to believe that this time, the universe will respond. You've done what the gurus on YouTube told you. You've read the books, watched The Secret 10 times, tried to feel it like it's already yours, but nothing changed. The bills piled up, the debt snowballed, and every time something good started to happen, it quickly fell apart. So you started asking yourself, is there something wrong with me? Does the law of attraction not work for some people? Am I the one person it refuses to work for? No matter how much I want it, you're not alone. In fact, over 95% of people who try to manifest money and abundance don't succeed. And here's the part that nobody told you. It's not because you didn't visualize hard enough. It's not because your vibration was off, and it's definitely not because the universe wants you to suffer. There's a real reason the law of attraction failed you, and when you understand it, your entire life changes. Because once you know what's actually been blocking your abundance, you'll finally stop blaming yourself, and you'll finally have a clear way to fix it. Let me tell you the truth that no manifestation coach ever explained. Let's be honest for a second. If the law of attraction really worked the way most people teach it, then why are so many hardworking, spiritual, self-aware people still struggling? People who journal their goals every morning, people who meditate, align their chakras, keep gratitude journals, working 2 jobs by day and listening to subliminal tracks by night. And still, they can't get ahead. Why? Because the truth is, there's a missing piece the mainstream doesn't talk about. You see, manifestation, and yes, even the law of attraction, isn't a magical wish. It's a process that starts in your brain. And if your brain isn't physically prepared to receive, no vision board, no affirmation, and no full moon ritual will change your bank account. That's not just a theory, it's neuroscience. Researchers from Columbia, Harvard, and Nalanda University have uncovered a startling discovery. A tiny walnut-sized part of your brain, called the hippocampus, is directly tied to how well you receive abundance. It controls everything from your emotional patterns, to your baseline level of stress, to the brain waves that silently shape your entire life experience. And unless your brain is producing a specific type of frequency called theta, what scientists now call the billionaire brainwave, your subconscious literally won't allow abundance into your reality. Not because it's broken, but because it was never trained properly, especially if you didn't grow up around wealth or emotional security. Now you see, maybe the law of attraction didn't fail you. Maybe your brain chemistry just hasn't been taught how to let it work. Not yet. For decades now, personal development experts have shouted the same slogans. Just think positive. Change your thoughts, change your life. What you focus on expands. But what they never told you is you can't think your way into abundance if your brain is stuck in a survival frequency. In clinical neuroscience, there are 4 major brainwave states. You might have heard of them: alpha, beta, theta, and delta. Most people, especially those under financial stress, operate almost exclusively in beta. That's the wave of tension, fear, stress, reaction. In fact, researchers at a classified think tank once called it the slave wave. Let that sink in. They knew that when people stay in beta, they don't dream, they don't heal, and they don't attract anything other than more survival. But the wealthy, the lucky, the seen but not heard elites, they live in theta. That's the brainwave of insight, intuition, synchronicity, creativity, and powerful energetic reception. In this state, the brain no longer fights. It aligns. It magnetizes. That's why scientists now refer to theta as the billionaire brainwave, the same frequency used by creatives, inventors, and visionaries like Edison, Da Vinci, and possibly even Tesla. So here's the big reveal. If you've never had real wealth, chances are your brain is trapped in beta, not because you're low vibe, but because your hippocampus never had the right stimulus to grow. And that tiny yet powerful brain region, it determines just how much of the good life you allow or unknowingly push away. Now imagine if you could change that, not by reading another book, not by working 60-hour weeks, but by switching frequencies, not metaphorically, literally. What if there was a way to activate this billionaire brainwave inside you? No schooling, no expensive coaching, no manifestation routine that takes hours a day. Just one simple ritual, developed by a whistleblowing neuroscientist and tested on over 18,000 people who were once in your exact position. Here's what they discovered. When the hippocampus is stimulated with very specific sound frequencies, its function changes. It literally expands and strengthens, allowing theta waves to flow freely, often for the first time in someone's adult life. These sound frequencies weren't pulled from thin air. They are based on hidden research from Columbia University, Russian EEG studies, and even ancient traditions used by shamans, monks, and sound healers across cultures and centuries. Once refined and decoded by science, these sounds became a precise 7-minute audio ritual that could be listened to from any smartphone or device, especially first thing in the morning. People started reporting more vivid dreams, random payments, lucky breaks, abundance flowing back into places that were once closed off. This was no longer about hope. It was about brain chemistry meeting energetic alignment. One listener said it best, "I wasn't just dreaming about a better life, I was finally receiving it." It's called the billionaire brainwave, and it's one of the only manifestation tools backed by both science and spirit. And it works, even when nothing else has. So now you know, it wasn't because you didn't want it badly enough. It wasn't that the universe ignored you, and it definitely wasn't because you were doing something wrong. The truth is, your brain just needed a tune-up, a simple shift from the slave wave to the billionaire brainwave. And that shift, it takes just 7 minutes per day. You don't need to believe harder. You don't need to fake happiness or pretend to be high vibe. All you need is to press play. This isn't magic. It's not hype. It's neuroscience backed by sound frequency and human possibility. Thousands of people around the world are already experiencing the change. And now, it's your turn to attract the money you need, the peace you crave, the love and respect you've longed for, starting from within your own mind. If you feel something stirring inside you as you listen, that's your sign. Click the link in the description to access the same breakthrough ritual that started it all. You'll get immediate access. And if it doesn't create noticeable change in your life, you'll get every penny back. Risk? None. Biggest regret? Waiting too long. Because at the edge of belief is becoming, and everything changes when your brain finally aligns with your destiny.